This iconic British car company should have died a dozen times, but every time it came back stronger. This is no ordinary car brand. This is Aston Martin, the symbol of elegance, danger and defiance. Born on the racetrack, forged in cinema, resurrected by visionaries, and now aiming for the future like never before. I'm Silva Fox. Welcome to the past, present and future of Aston Martin. If you could bottle charisma, soul and risk into a single machine, you'd have an Aston Martin. It all began in 1930. Lionel Martin and Robert Bamford built a car to conquer the Aston Hill climb, and Aston Martin was born. A company founded not for practicality, but for passion. The early years, rocky, financial struggles, world wars, rebirth after rebirth, but that's the Aston Martin way. Every collapse became a comeback story. Then came a turning point. A car that didn't just drive, it defined an icon. The DB5, Goldfinger, 1964. The silver Aston Martin DB5 roars into global fame, with machine guns, bulletproof glass, and that unmistakable silhouette. It wasn't just Bond's car, it was every man's dream, and it put Aston Martin on the map forever. From that moment, Aston Martin wasn't just a car company, it was a pop culture legend. We dive deeper. The DB6 V8, Vantage from the living daylights, the Virage, beautiful machines that carried the Bond legacy while pushing performance further. The 90s brought the DB7, a design marvel that saved the brand again. It was raw, refined, accessible but aspirational. Then came the Vanquish, sleek, sculpted and savage. Its appearance in Die Another Day wasn't just product placement, it was a reintroduction, a flex. Rare beasts followed. The ultra-exclusive 177, the aggressively wedged Bulldog, and the Vulcan, a track-only monster that screamed defiance. Because this is the Aston Martin way. Fast forward, the world changed, but Aston Martin still handcrafting thunder on four wheels. The DB11, a grand tourer that glides at 150 miles per hour like it's cruising through Sunday traffic. The Vantage, muscular, compact, deadly, a predator in a tailored suit. The DBS Superleggera, a 715 horsepower Hurricane wrapped in carbon fibre and stitched leather. And then the unthinkable, the DBX, an SUV from Aston Martin. Blasphemy? Maybe, but also genius. Sales soared. It brought in new buyers, kept the company alive. It wasn't just a lifeline, it was part of a full-on brand resurrection. And it proved one thing, Aston Martin doesn't follow trends, it reinvents them. Meanwhile, something else rumbled louder. The return to Formula One. Lawrence Stroll didn't buy into a dream, he built it. The new Aston Martin F1 team wasn't just a badge swap, it was a full-on revolution. A new $250 million facility at Silverstone, wind tunnels, driver simulators, the works. Fernando Alonso joined. The racing world took notice. Then came the shockwave. Adrian Newey, one of the greatest minds in Formula One engineering, joined Aston Martin. The move sent ripples through the paddock. If Newey brings the same aerodynamic wizardry he gave Red Bull, Aston's future just got a lot more exciting. Suddenly, Aston Martin wasn't just playing catch-up, they were threatening giants. On the road, the Vantage F1 edition launched, a street car with the soul of a racer. And the community exploded, fans showing off Bond spec builds, gamers drifting Lagondas in Forza, drivers wrapping their own Astons in stealth camo or Gulf liveries. Because this is the Aston Martin way. And what's coming next? Buckle up. The Valkyrie. A hypercar born from Formula One tech, co-developed with Adrian Newey of Red Bull Racing. It doesn't just defy categories, it redefines them. Next comes Valhalla, poised to deliver hybrid power and performance in a street-legal platform. If your idea of everyday is terrifying Ferraris at the lights. Then there's the Vanquish Vision concept, bringing the Valkyrie spirit to a broader audience. Electrification isn't a maybe, it's a mission. The Lagonda nameplate is being revived, not as a retro callback, but as Aston's luxury EV spearhead. Expect hand-built interiors, wild design, zero emissions, and zero compromise. Even the DB5 is going electric, carefully, quietly. A Bond icon reborn for a silent world. And speaking of Bond, he's not going anywhere. Aston Martin is James Bond, from Connery to Craig, from ejector seats to bulletproof bliss. No matter who wears the tux next, you know what they'll drive. Whether it's hypercars, F1, or the next 007 chase scene, Aston Martin's future looks sharper, faster, and more fearless than ever. Because this is the Aston Martin way. Legacy, speed, style, survival. This is the story of a brand that's been written off, reborn and revered again and again. It's not just about driving, it's about dreaming, about daring, about doing what they said couldn't be done. So if you've ever dreamt of owning an Aston Martin, even for 1 second, hit like. Drop a DB5 for life in the comments so we know you're part of the real Aston fan club. And tell us, past, present or future, which Aston Martin is yours. Because legends don't just survive, they evolve. I'm Silva Fox, and if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to drop us a like and subscribe for more. The name's Martin, Aston Martin.